Welcome to Grandpa and the Goddess of Poetry. Today we're talking about music and poetry that's inspired by music, because on this day in 1810, a very great composer, Robert Schumann, was born. He was a very, very gifted composer. Some of his work is just heart-stoppingly beautiful. He was happily married to the daughter of his piano teacher, actually, Clara, who was, by all accounts, a lovely person and a very accomplished pianist herself. They had a very happy marriage until, sadly, Schumann, who had had a lot of trouble with mental illness during his adult life, he had to be committed to an asylum for the last 2 years of his life. He was getting increasingly manic, and he eventually died there of, they think, a brain tumor, poor man, at the quite young age of 46. So tragic. He helped a lot of other people as well, particularly the young protege of his, Johannes Brahms, who of course went on to greatness in many forms, music, playing and composing. And the Schumanns sort of took Brahms under their wing, and Schumann was a music critic as well as a composer. He wrote reviews for many magazines and journals, and he was able to help Brahms in his early career. By all accounts, Robert Schumann and his wife were really nice people. It's interesting how music, beautiful music, doesn't just inspire people to feel happy, it inspires them to write poetry as well, quite often. Many examples of poets writing pieces inspired by music. Here's a couple I'll give you, just short bits. First of all, by Percy Bysshe Shelley, his famous lines here. Music, when soft voices die, vibrates in the memory. Odours, when sweet violets sicken, live within the sense they quicken. Rose leaves, when the rose is dead, are heaped for the beloved's bed. And so thy thoughts, when thou art gone, love itself shall slumber on. Beautiful, beautiful lines. And now here's a few lines from William Shakespeare. Who else, of course? He wrote some beautiful songs, and to be accompanied by music and other sort of just lines about music as well. Here we are. Orpheus with his lute made trees, and the mountain tops that freeze bow themselves when he did sing. To his music plants and flowers ever sprung, as sun and showers there had made a lasting spring. Just such simple words from both Shakespeare and Shelley. Nothing sort of very ornate, just beautiful way of describing how music resonates with us. And their poetry resonates with me. My goodness, it does. I feel better from having read that already. Thank you for listening.